Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. This is Living in Denver, Colorado. Today, super fun one. We've actually got some clients that this might speak to directly, but we're gonna be talking about what you need to know when moving from Chicago to Denver.
Let's check it out. What's up, guys? We're the Mile High Property Brothers. As you may or may not know by now, I am Eli Schmidt. This is my partner, Will Grimes. If it's your first time visiting the channel, hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell, because every Tuesday, every Thursday, guys, we're dropping a new video. We're telling you everything there is to know about either moving to or living in the Denver, Colorado area.
Absolutely. And as much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you guys with your real estate needs. So that number popping up below, we are the guys who answer the phone calls and the text messages. We're also the guys who answer the emails. So if email is better for you, all good. The bottom line is we just love helping you guys out with whatever needs you may have. But with that being said, we're going to be talking about what you need to know when you're moving from Chicago to Denver. If you're not moving from Chicago, that's okay too. A lot of this might apply because a lot of the things we're going to be talking about just involves Denver in general, right? So, mainly Chicago to Denver. But if you're coming to Denver, stay tuned, stay entertained, whatever. Just pay attention to the video.
There we go. Let's hit it. All right, guys, so first off, one of the most obvious things we got to talk about here is the weather, right? So we all know what Chicago's weather's like, especially during the winter.
All right, everyone, chill.
Cold, it's humid, it's bitter. We're going negative, well below negatives.
Windy.
Yeah, at nighttime for your lows. To give you guys a little perspective as far as how that sits compared to Colorado, so Chicago's average winter temperature hits a high of about 30 degrees, whereas Colorado's hits a high of about 45 degrees on average. It's not uncommon to see 60-degree weather in the winter, literally middle of winter, 60-degree weather in Colorado.
And you get it often, guys, and the bottom line as well, you know, here, like, we get a snowstorm within a couple, like we had a foot of snow several times this winter. But then it was gone within a couple of days. Roads were maybe wet because the snow had melted, but the sun was out, the snow had melted, it was all good. Like, just a lot less infrequent. A lot less frequent. Not a lot less infrequent, that'd be a double negative, right? But just a lot less frequent. Bottom line, we get more sunny days in Florida here. We definitely get a lot more sunny days per year than you guys do.
On average, 56 days more sun in Denver than Chicago.
It's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I'll take 56 days.
It's just, you guys can just, man, you can do a lot more during your winter, a lot more sun. But even more importantly, too, is like, I'm not sure what you guys do in the winter in Chicago besides hang out and freeze your butts off in the city. But there's a lot of outdoor recreation within Colorado as far as going to the Rocky Mountains and going to lodges and snowboarding or skiing, ice skating here. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff that's out here. So if you haven't enjoyed winters before, prepare yourself to enjoy winters now and get out of the house, go do some active things, have some fun, enjoy the mountains. But really cool as far as like all 4 seasons here, including winter, where you guys can enjoy and have a lot of fun.
Still tying into weather a little bit, guys. So Chicago gets a lot more rain than Denver. Denver and Colorado as a whole, it's just a lot less humid, a lot more arid.
It's a dry,
a
dry climate.
Yeah, it's a dry climate.
April, May, good rain.
And that also means that, guys, our winters are just that much warmer because you don't have that humidity in the air where it just bites your skin. That hurts. You walk outside, you're like, my skin hurts. It's so cold, my skin hurts. All right, tying into our next point, guys.
Social.
Very, very different in terms of what social life is like in Chicago and what social life is like in Colorado. In Colorado, it's very activity-based. So it's hiking, it's skiing, it's snowboarding, it's everything outbound. You're going out away from the city to go do things with your friends. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, the cities have plenty of really good restaurants and things to do in them.
Sports.
But from what we hear, Chicago is like the place for walkability, for living downtown, for walking to your restaurants, for walking to bars and things like that. I think that is one thing. If you're looking for really good city social life, you can find it in Denver. Chicago might be a little better.
True. Well, the bottom line is, I think what I'm trying to say to you guys is, you're still going to get city life if you want city life. Denver's big enough,
plenty of it, yeah.
and it's growing enough. You can have that. We're super competitive with our sports. Denver Broncos, the Avalanche, the Nuggets, the Rockies. I'm not a Rockies fan. They like trading players out and not winning baseball games. I can't back that. If you're not in it for winning, but going to the games and having fun. Super fun, super enjoyable.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for like just the sports and the athletics to follow and enjoy in the city, and the restaurants and the diversity of the different restaurants, you definitely get that. It's not quite as big as Chicago.
A team that is known as the Bears. The Bears.
However, between everything else that Eli just mentioned, man, you're gonna want to like get out of the city and go and venture into Telluride in the Rocky Mountains and Breckenridge and Aspen and Boulder, and just do some fun stuff, and just gives you a lot more diversity as far as what you guys can go do with your free time.
Now, speaking to getting out there and doing stuff and head of the mountains, having fun and being active, altitude is a real thing, okay? So when you're coming out here, you'll adjust to it pretty quickly after you move here. After, I think it's like 2.5 months or something, I think they say on average. But in the meantime, especially if you're coming out here to visit, make sure you're hydrating, make sure you're just taking little extra breaks. Don't go too hard, too fast in the mountains. It is a factor.
You got to get acclimated.
Yep,
There's
that's
a
true.
reason why a lot of professional athletes train here. There's an Olympic training center down in Colorado Springs, but a lot of cool stuff. Ultimately, I think you guys will get used to it over time. The one thing that you will benefit from is like, yep, it is a little bit more drier here. So as far as like, yeah, you'll be a little bit more out of breath, but it's not as humid as some other places, which means that just the overall comfortability as far as working out might help. But yes, definitely hydrate, definitely get acclimated.
Another point here, guys, which to me is probably the biggest one, and this is one of the
I
biggest.
have not heard this one
This
yet.
is one of the biggest complaints we hear from people moving from Chicago to Denver. Shout out to Pete and Karen.
Pete and Karen, what's up?
Pete and Karen.
Eli's been keeping you all to himself.
I have. Yep.
Not surprising. That's usually what happens with all of our clients.
We just had a Zoom call last night, and you guys are super top of mind. We've helped actually a few people move here from Chicago. So, that's why we're inspired to make this video, because obviously people are watching for a reason, but property taxes are one of the biggest things that we hear about. So on average in Chicago, they're about 2%. In Denver, on average, they're about 0.5%. So to give you an idea as far as what that looks like, $500,000 house, if you're paying that 2% property tax, you're looking at about $10,000 per year in Chicago. That comes out to be about $833 per month. Mm-hmm. In Colorado, you're looking at $2,500 per year, and that comes out to, I forgot the number, but it's like $188 per month. We'll math check that.
The bottom line is,
It's a
here's
lot.
how I speak. You could get you a complete winter season ski pass.
That's true.
Season tickets to go ski in Breckenridge or A Basin for
Every
the price
single
difference.
month.
Every single month.
You could buy one every single month.
For the difference in that, right?
Yeah.
Just a lot more that you guys can use with your money. And
Yep.
a difference here as well is like, yeah, a lot of people are moving here, but we're not that populated. A lot of people keep thinking that Denver is small, it's so populated, it's so dense. Like, Chicago, please understand, we are not Chicago, we are not California, we're not San Francisco, we're not San Diego. We have so much more, like, for example, the outskirts here in Colorado. We just did a video on this. We were out east doing a couple things in Sky Ranch.
Yeah.
The outskirts, it's 36 minutes from the heart of Denver.
Crazy.
The outskirts of Chicago, oh, good golly, it's like a day drive, right? Like, we're not as populated as people think. Like, yes, Denver itself, the heart of Denver is a little dense, it's getting some population, but there's so much more room for growth in the outskirts and the suburban areas as far as like surrounding Denver. There's just so much more room to grow. It's not even funny, which means the equity in your guys' home can also grow, which means not only are you paying less in taxes, but the equity overall in your home that continues to grow. It's just a plus for you guys, and hopefully it's a good chapter change for you and enjoying and appreciating being out here. saving money. I don't know.
Speaking of money, he's so good at his segues. You don't even know what point's
man.
coming up next.
I don't know anything.
He lays it right up for me.
He puts me on camera, and then full disclosure for you guys, if you never see me, I'm in the trenches negotiating contracts and getting in and making sure we're winning. He's good looking. He's on Zooms. He's on phone calls. He's on the cover of the magazine. He gets all the credit for the work behind the scenes, right? But like somebody's got to quarterback it.
Yeah. So to give you guys a little idea as far as cost of living and finances and what that all looks like. So if you take housing out of the equation, Chicago is actually slightly higher as far as cost of living goes as compared to Denver. You throw housing into the equation, that's where you see the biggest difference, and ultimately Denver does end up being higher, slightly higher as far as overall cost of living goes, just because our average home prices are a little bit higher than Chicago's.
Right. I mean, bottom line is we still got Chicago pizza. We still got Asian food. We got a lot of cool stuff here.
That's right.
If you're coming, if you're curious, man, pop on by. All jokes aside, again, we are licensed realtors in the state of Colorado, which means Chicago or anybody else, as much as we love making these videos and goofing off and giving you guys some good content to just take and use towards your adventures, we would love more to help you with your real estate adventures. So that number popping up below, we are the guys who answer the phone calls and the text messages, also the guys who answer the emails. So if there's anything that we can help you guys out with, we would love to be that resource for you. But until next time, we're gonna have some pizza, probably go to the park where it's sunny.
That's right. I got a photo shoot from a magazine. He's got diving back into the trenches here.
See?
Yeah.
It's like these little seeds he plants, right? Like just
That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
See you guys in the next video.
See ya.